Taking a look at the starting lineup as the fans make their way to the upper reaches of this stadium. A couple of changes for Dunga and obviously enforced. Neymar not available, maybe for the tournament. Stepping in, Robinho, it is going to be his first big game appearance in years, and Dunga counting on him to respond. You see those yellow cards? Those are players who, if they get another yellow, would miss the showdown in the quarterfinal appearance due to suspension. Of course, that is if Brazil gets there. Osvaldo Vizcarando stepping in, Andres Túñez as well, and Chichero stepping in for the suspended Amorebieta. Up front, you got to keep an eye on Juan Arango, the captain, and Salomon Rondon, who can be a beast up front. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Well, San Vicente has his charges ready. Is Brazil? That's the big question.
Well, despite the fact that a draw will do both these two teams a wonder of good, of course, in advancing. A draw will do you, but for me, that doesn't come into the equation. There's too much pride in those shirts. There's too much really at stake in terms of their prestige. I think Brazil and this Venezuela side are going to look for the full points. I don't think they'll be messing around with any hand shoots. So we'll see. Despite missing the wonderful Neymar band for the rest of the tournament, Brazil are going to appeal, but it doesn't look like they're going to get anywhere when you say what he said to the referee. But despite that, Brazil are still in Aladdin's cave of talent, no matter what. Good dark horse, and they will be looking to fight fire with fire. They'll be flooding that midfield of Brazil to try to contain them. And with big Rondon up front and Arango pulling the strings, who knows? Get ready, rock and roll.
We are underway. In the verde amarillo, in their yellow and blue, defending the goal to the left, the Vino Tinto attacking from right to left. Juan Arango in that familiar left midfield spot. Always have to keep an eye on that leg. And Rondon really starting to mature. In fact, I guarantee you Brazil wouldn't mind having Rondon as their number 9 today. They need someone to step up. Philippe Coutinho getting the start today, the Liverpool maestro, but can he lead the band?
Lovely set-up play from Fernandinho. That first-time stab to Dani Alves. A good ball into the target man at that near post. Nice ball again.
All the way back to Miranda. Miranda swinging over towards that left center-back position with Thiago Silva out there.
Big question, of course, is who is going to step into Neymar's boots. That's a great pass.
Robinho settles brilliantly. Top of the 18. He scuffs the shot, does Coutinho, but an offside flag up regardless.
It's a fabulous ball to find Dani Alves. Well, let's take a look at this again. Look at this pass.
Stay in the game on T-Mobile's data-strong network. People who use the most data choose T-Mobile.
Wonderful string of pearls passes, wasn't it? Started out wide. Dani Alves trying to set the table up for Brazil early.
From the corner, over everyone. Cleared away, but straight back to Alves. Offside flag had come up, but the referee overrules. Coutinho drives in a ball low to the 6. Chichero clears. Stepping up, Cejas never gets there. Splitting the ball.
Fabulous
Robinho. Tries to drive it in on Chichero and out for another corner.
Another first-time crackerjack from Brazil. The confidence brimming over their cup here. Playing confident football, not settling on the ball, to wait for the passing lanes to open. They're stepping into their passes. First time. And they've been accurate. Really rattling on the latch of Venezuela here.
Into the spot. And it's Thiago Silva. He doesn't need the captain's armband to lead Brazil.
And he's hovering like a kestrel just outside the box when this ball comes in. And he compounds that confidence that I was talking about that Brazil have been showing. They've been indicating that this is coming. And it's a fabulous finish from the PSG man. He needs no help. He needs help like a fish needs a bicycle. He steps through this First time pummel. Beautiful ball delivered, curling away. That is absolutely exceptional quality, skill. The goalkeeper sees this one in a blur. Poor Baroja. There'll be people questioning. He should have got that, but man, that's coming like a bullet out of the gun. But he will be questioned, the Caracas man. Should he have got his hands up and dealt with that a little quicker? It's a little harsh, but that's the question that will be asked of Baroja.
Trying to force Venezuela up. Brazil knows the pressure is on the Vino Tinto. Rifled over to Alves. Swept back to the middle. Volleyed and just over the crossbar.
And
so
it's
close for
startling
Robinho.
Football from Brazil again. Dani Alves presents a wonderful opportunity after receiving a tremendous pass cross-field. And there's the confidence that I was talking about before being fluffed up. Steps right into it. Man alive, that ain't far away. What a goal that would have been. Yes. The ex-Real Madrid man steps through it.
Second goal could be that final nail, but until then, they realize it can get no worse than elimination.
Absolutely, and they're looking a lot more focused. Sandy Gray said in the studio it didn't look as if they were even interested in that first half. They are now.
Outside of the boot, at the 6, and parried home by Firmino.
Again, typical of Brazil. You open up and you push for the equaliser, and they will have you for breakfast. It's a beautiful, punishing kiss of a goal in the end. But look at the placement and supply, and applaud. The tuck-away is as cool as James Bond in a yellow tuxedo, as he well knows. But the pass is nothing less than magnificent from Willian. He dances down this left side beautifully. He's found tremendously well here. And then he skips a light, fantastic. Willian outside of the foot, a diamond of a ball for the cute little kiss from Roberto Firmino. And again, he ain't missing this one. Defenders can't pick him up. Nautilus Submarine couldn't pick him up on that run. But Willian, Phil, with one bulge of his beautiful Brazilian eyes, finds his target with the outside of his foot with a curler and a perler of a pass.
And this sets up a mouth-watering Colombia-Argentina affair. Venezuela with a free kick chance. Had a well-designed one in the first half that just missed. Mentioned the quarterfinals just about ready to get underway. Brazil about to clinch this group. One we already know, and that will be Chile against Uruguay, which will be taking place on Wednesday the 24th on beIN Sports around the world. Now can Jefferson keep Venezuela at bay? A goal in the next few minutes could make things very, very interesting. But they've shown little sign. Only shot they've put towards Jefferson was that free kick trick play in the first half. Now Arango, his times at Mönchengladbach and now at Tijuana. You know he's lethal from here.
This will be placed.
It is Arango, tipped over the bar by Jefferson. It was going high, but he wanted to be sure.
Now, how much he needs to get on a hand on this, I'm not sure, but yeah, probably does need to be caressed over the top.
Might have hit the bar and come right back out.
Yeah, possibly good effort from the great Arango.
Always one of our favorites. Another one from the corner flag. Out comes Jefferson.
What a claim this one is. Absolutely marvelous from the Botafogo man.
And it leads to this. Robinho. Coutinho out on the far flank. A wave.
Switches on.
Of yellow. Robinho. But a weak roller to Baroja.
Near side, Willian ignored. the first ball in to Robinho, but Willian was inviting on that second touch pass, would have found Willian wide open. But Robinho, confidence is brimming, takes a good stab at it, but nowhere near. Now, as you keep on projecting about what if and who's going to play who, Phil, who would have thought Colombia would be sitting in third place? Just shows you that's again intricate diamond football from the Canarino.
Robinho to the inside, hurdles over Arango's challenge and a bouncing shot wide.
Cannot resist. He's done all the hard work, so why not give himself a present? Take a look at this. Talk about a squirrel on a telephone wire, dancing, tapping the defenders on the heads as he goes by them, and he thinks, why not? I've still got it. Nope. Not quite. Back line of Venezuela hasn't quite paid off, but certainly he showed enough threat.
There's two other players that have been in the mix as Venezuela looks to try and pull something out. Maybe here, out wide.
Oh, good ball. Nicely.
In for the substitute, but the shot blocked from Gonzalez.
Could he have pulled the trigger first time? Gonzalez is set up beautifully by the best passage of football from La Vino Tinto in this second half. As you see the wrestling match going on, but that pullback for Gonzalez right here is exquisite. Pulls it back and maybe could not have hit it first time, so he does all the right things, tries to pull it back, but that's great defending. Again, coming across quickly is Thiago Silva.
Again, David Luiz blocked the first shot, so he went back to his right, and Thiago Silva in perfect position. Good play by Alejandro Guerra, but nothing to show for it on his final contribution. And now Miku will check in. Nicolas Fedor, the 29-year-old at Rayo Vallecano, for his 52nd appearance. Lots of promise from Miku. Here, bouncing ball, and Jefferson handles it well, but a push in the box.
So close to getting this with his outstretched toes. Take a look. Watch Vizcarrando steps up. That's onside, and he just cannot extend his cleats to get it. But the referee called it offside, and it was not.
By a ponytail, maybe, if that.
No, he was onside, Phil. There's nowhere close to being offside. He would have been robbed had he got that.
Nice settle. And on the turn against Tardelli, bravery from Rosales.
It's always an entertainer for Malaga. That's a good touch, but again, beautifully covered.
Silva and Miku collide. Is that going to be a foul? And it will be. Miku was flying in. Silva appeared to get there first.
Well, referee's opinion, the cleats came up into the player and was extended. Bravery from Miku. I thought in lifetime it looked as if he just got a touch of the ball ahead of the player, but referee's got a far better vantage point, and certainly no intention. It was a loose ball for Thiago Silva to dart in, but Miku must have got there a nanosecond quicker. Let's take a look. There's no intention there. He goes to play the ball and missed the ball. Had he cleared the ball and made full contact with it, that's probably not given, but he didn't get the ball.
Miku limping
that's
away.
What happens. The referee probably made the right call.
And again, Arango, we've seen him score a lot of goals from this distance, right about 23, 24 yards out. Keeper's going to have to play that back post, which means that near post corner could be welcoming if he can get it up and over. Arango. Jefferson looking, thinking about whether he should cheat back. Arango. Oh! It's off Jefferson, but the rebound off the post and knocked home. Venezuela on the board, and it's Miku who draws the foul. That strikes.
superlative swerve and dip and pace, and he blisters the upright of Jefferson. It's a wonderful dynamic, and the goalkeeper does brilliant to get it. It comes, Nico dives in where the cleats are flashing, and he don't care. Pushes it home to draw this back to 2-1, and Venezuela resuscitated.
Another foul that goes against Brazil. Nicolas Fedor Miku grew up in Venezuela but moved to Spain in the Valencia system as a youth, made his name at Getafe, and now at Rayo.
Full credit, Phil, isn't going to Miku either. You've got to share that goal. Mana looks and absolutely explodes that. Wonderful strike.
Left. Getting a bit nervous in Colombia. One more goal for Venezuela, and they're out. Venezuela a goal away from advancing. Colombia hanging on by their toenails. Again, a draw because of...
Here's another look at this. It's a fabulous save from the goalkeeper. Jefferson does everything he can. It's a strong arm, a wonderful stretch, strong wrist, but he cannot do enough to push it away from the upright, and it takes a fortuitous bounce. But Miku, courage, diving in like that, the only way he could have got to it, and he sinks it home.
He's past Felipe Luis. As you mentioned at the outset, Ray, there's really nothing for Brazil to fight for. They could sit down, let Venezuela score, and still win the group. But pride in those jerseys.
And as well, builds the confidence as well, coming through a firestorm like they're enduring now. It's a good ball.
Miku. Oh! Almost had it, but Miku could not get up in time. Again, driven across Vizcarrando. They'll try it again.
Oh, poor Miku. He's a couple of bushy eyebrows away. It looked as if it was easier to flash his header on and hit the back of the net. Wonderful play from Venezuela. Beautiful combination, and the attack down the left was imperious. The service into Miku was almost immaculate, but just an inch away from glory.
Vizcarrando staying upfield. The big center back trying to turn Felipe Luis, then trying to settle for a throw-in, but it comes back off his chest. The best laid plans. Final minute.
Here's another great look at it. Look at this. Oh,
beautiful cross, Martinez.
Out of the way. He gets out of the way, Phil. He doesn't even go for his header. Thinks that it's beyond him, and it perhaps was.
Willian off to the races. Miranda. Rondon. Lifted back into the middle. Jefferson stays back. Felipe Luis to the sideline. 10 seconds left. One last throw-in. Dunga in disbelief. Final play. Rosales. Might as well even bring the keeper up at this point. Ball cleared by Miranda. Finds Willian. And that will do it. Brazil holds on to advance. Venezuela exits with pride. 2-1 the final.
Well, missing Neymar, missing their diamond in their crown, but it didn't matter.